Biden continues to have base problems as a liberal group joins effort calling for protest vote against Biden in the state of Michigan. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. Today, it is time to talk about the 2024 presidential election. Now, as most of you know, during most of Biden's presidency, he has had a clear problem with his base, in particular, progressive voters. I mean, it seems like no matter what he did, he's pissed off his progressive base no matter what. I mean, whether it's the war in Israel, whether it's stuff related to climate change, all of that. It seems like no matter what he does, these voters are not happy with him. It is getting so bad for Biden that a liberal group joins efforts calling for protest vote against President Biden in the state of Michigan. Yeah, the state of Michigan. You know, a state that Biden won by 2 to 3 points, but there's been significant questions when it comes to the state of Michigan this entire cycle. And well, it appears that Biden does have some problems in the state. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now let's get right into it because this is huge. I mean, we're not talking about the state of like Washington holding this. No, this is a state that Biden won by around 2 to 3 percentage points. And now you have a very significant liberal group saying, no, we're not going to support you. We're going to vote against you. Let's get right into it. Our Revolution, the political organization that Senator Bernie Sanders launched in 2016, is throwing its weight behind the movement to vote uncommitted in Michigan's Democratic primary, seeking to pressure Biden into changing his approach to the war between Israel and Hamas. So, I should have made this clear that this was just a primary, but for now. I mean, this I think is a warning sign from progressives that, hey, this is your last chance to change your tune on the war. Now, to be clear, I disagree with what progressives are saying. I mean, I agree with them that, hey, civilians should not be getting killed. I agree with that. But at the same time, I disagree with most of what they're saying, but at least I can respect them for taking a significant stand. Not just saying, well, we just have to live with it and vote blue no matter who it. They're like, no, if you're not going to do what we want, we're just going to say no. We're going to take our vote home, and good luck. On Wednesday, Our Revolution is planning to send an email to 87,000 members in Michigan and to about 225,000 supporters in other states, encouraging them to vote uncommitted in the state's February 27th primary to push Biden to change course in Gaza now. 87,000 members. This isn't just, some random organization that has 5 people in it. No. 87,000 people in one state. They're saying vote uncommitted. Don't vote for Biden. Send a message to him. We've been seeing some kind of uncommitted vote in New Hampshire. I think we saw some in South Carolina, but this might be the most significant push as of yet. Former Representative Andy Levin, Democrat of Michigan and a signee of the letter, said Mr. Biden was at risk of having voters sit out the November election in protest of U.S. policy towards the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. He warned that Mr. Biden could lose the state to former President Trump in the general election without a major change in Israel policy. I actually disagree with this. I think that Biden is screwed either way, but he is better off just being kind of supportive of Israel. Be kind of like, I'm neutral on this, but I slightly support Israel more. I mean, I think that's the best political action he could take, but I think he's screwed. He either pisses off his progressive base, which he needs to win, or he pisses off the majority of Americans that, while they're not gung-ho saying, send Israel $500 billion, they still support Israel. I am working with the same people who feel like they will never vote for Joe Biden. But there are many, many, many I feel will vote for Biden on November 5th if he changes course. Mr. Levin said in an interview Tuesday evening, this is the best way I can help Joe Biden. But just because you gain back those progressives, there are going to be many in the center that, again, they don't necessarily support infinite aid to Israel, but that doesn't mean they support some kind of ceasefire and some good deal for Hamas. They don't. That's why I'm trying to tell people, Biden can't reverse course now. He tried to play both sides, it failed, and now, whatever he does is just going to backfire even further. Our Revolution's push to back uncommitted will include phone banking, text banking, and events on Michigan colleges' campuses. The group's effort joins another by a group of Arab American Democrats from Dearborn, Michigan, that has since attracted the support of a few dozen local elected officials. Which isn't a surprise to anyone because we've known for a while that, Arab American voters are not happy with Biden. In particular in Michigan because of Dearborn. Well, now, it seems like that this isn't just a fluke anymore. This isn't just, one person saying they're going to vote against Biden. There is a movement here. There is something happening, not just with Arab Americans, but with younger voters. Larry Cohen, Our Revolution's chairman, said that he hopes such a push could win support of at least 10% of the Michigan Democratic primary electorate, which he estimated would require about 20,000 votes. Given estimates for what is expected to be a low turnout contest, there are no major elections on the state's February 27th ballot. Last week, Michigan's governor, Gretchen Whitmer, a leading Biden surrogate, urged state voters to back the president in the primary. She warned that whipping support against him now could backfire in November. There's a lot at stake in the upcoming election, and I would just encourage people not to lose sight of that, too, she told reporters Thursday. A potential second term for the former president would be very hard on all the communities that are still being impacted by what's happening overseas as well. And that's something that shouldn't be lost on people's calculation, too. What dog shit messaging? I mean, it's like, well, you should vote for Biden because Trump is going to cause problems overseas. What? And this is who people think is going to be the future Democrat nominee? People are pissed at Biden because of what's happening in Ukraine, in Israel. They're voting against him for that reason. You think that Trump's going to cause more problems? How? We have 4 years of proof with Trump versus like 3 or 4 years of Biden. And we can see a clear contrast. Trump had no new wars, and the world was, relatively speaking, much more stable. With Biden, it seems like every other day there's a new war breaking out. Mr. Biden is not likely to be challenged by the other Democrats on the Michigan ballot. Maureen Williamson suspended her long shot campaign last week. Representative Dean Phillips of Minnesota has failed to win more than trace amounts of support outside of New Hampshire, where he placed 40 points behind Mr. Biden, who is not on the ballot there. The Biden administration has signaled its concern over the erosion of support from Michigan. Last week, a delegation of officials met with Arab American and Muslim leaders in Dearborn, at which a high-ranking official acknowledged mistakes in the administration's response to the war in Gaza. Does this sound like they're confident? Why do you think they got Gretchen Whitmer saying, well, Orange Man? They're starting to panic. This ain't just a primary thing. If there is enough backlash against Biden now, what do you think's going to happen in the general? And some of these groups might endorse Biden, but that would require a complete 180 on what he's currently doing. So there are some major questions over Biden's response. What is he going to do? Again, I think he screwed himself. He tried to play both sides of the aisle where, I'm pro-Israel, but we have to protect the people of Palestine and blah, blah, blah. That didn't work. Everyone hates you for it. You have like a 12% approval when it comes to the war. And now, people are demanding ceasefire or we're not going to vote for you. But if you go for some kind of ceasefire, more people are going to be pissed at you than if you didn't. He's screwed. But his campaign is panicking. They're realizing, wait, you guys are serious and you're going to potentially vote against us? I don't think they really thought there was going to be some backlash. And really, this is the first real good test of, does Biden have some problems? Because South Carolina, he was going to win that easy. New Hampshire, he wasn't on the ballot technically. Nevada was basically uncontested. Here, you have Dearborn, Michigan. You have Dean Phillips campaigning heavily in the state. You now have other groups saying, vote uncommitted. This is going to be the one state where we're going to see if Biden has some problems with a Democrat base, it's going to be here. Now, let's be clear. Biden more than likely is going to win the primary by quite a bit. But this is the first state we're going to see this uncommitted movement have a real campaign, not just one tweet on Twitter and call it a day. No, they're phone banking, they're texting voters, they're doing rallies. If 10-15% of voters vote uncommitted, Biden has a big problem, much bigger than even I thought he did. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.